What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Modi J, and this is my new series called Movie Connection. Movie Connection is where we take our favorite stars and we link different movies that they starred in and make a storyline out of the whole thing. Now, I keep the plot from whatever movie they're in, but then we just come up with a link of how they are in another movie. And the good thing about this is, just like in movies, it doesn't matter when these movies were made. We don't have to go in chronological order. We can jump around. And you see, our first actor today is Laurence Fishburne. So before we get into the three movies that Laurence Fishburne are connected in, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you'll be a part of it. Hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. It's the easiest thing you can do. Now, the three movies that I selected for Laurence Fishburne are School Daze, Boyz in the Hood, and Matrix. So let's jump into these, and I'm going to show you how they connect to each other. And this is Movie Connection, episode 1. If you haven't seen School Daze, like Dap just told you, you need to wake up. Dap goes to a HBCU, Mission College. Now, it is a fictional university, but this is where he goes. He's also an activist there, and he wants the school to divest into him to help black people further themselves than just getting an education, giving them more resources. Now, most of the students here, they don't want to hear any of this black activism. They just want to get a good education, which in return will get them a good job. Dap is the leader of a group of young black men called the Fellas. Now, they come from lower income families. So when they go to school, they're paying out of pocket. They need to get extra jobs on the side just to maintain the lifestyle that they're having and make it through college. Now, he does have a rival called Julian. Now, Julian, as we see right here, he is the leader of Gamma Phi Gamma. I'm talking G5G. That's what we want to be. Now, their fraternity, they come from a more traditional upper middle class family where their parents were alumni. Dap has a cousin called Half Pint, played by Spike Lee, and he's trying to join the fraternity. Dap is telling them, hey, Half Pint, don't join them. They aren't anything like us. They come from upper middle class families. They have money. They don't really know what's going on out here in the regular world. His cousin, he doesn't listen to it, and he ends up joining the fraternity, G5G. And that is Dap's and the Fellas' primary rivalry. They end up fighting G5G. You've seen them invade the Step Show. So that's their rivals. G5G, they date the lighter skinned women. The Fellas, they date the darker skinned women. So that's also a divide there. Now, the reason we heard Dap saying wake up is because at the end of the show, he finally convinces, as we can see here, Julian, that we need to wake up and stop going against each other. We're black. We're brothers. We need to help each other and move forward. Even if somebody's in upper middle class and someone's in the lower class, we are still brothers and we need to move forward. After Dap graduated college, he turns into Furious Styles, you know, Trey's father on Boyz in the Hood. We know the story about Trey. He was a knucklehead living with his mom without no male figure in his life. And he got in trouble in school. He got in a fight and his mom ended up sending him to live with his dad. Now, Boyz in the Hood also showed that young black men, they need a male figure in their life, preferably their father, because they're going to raise them and they're going to discipline them right. Now, Trey moves in with his dad, and Furious, he's the same way he was in college. He's political. He's talking about keeping all of the things that black people do within the community.
Cash for your home, you know what that is? It's called gentrification. We need to keep everything in our neighborhood, everything black.
This is because Furious is a well-educated black man and he knows what's going on because Furious was a consultant. He actually helped people and helped maneuver anything that businesses would need because he's trying to keep everything within the black community. Now, he was very hard on Trey, but he raised Trey to become a good kid. And also, we know that kids growing up, they're going to have friends that may get into some nonsense. And that's another reason why we need these black fathers in the child's lives.
Trey, bad. You got to shoot somebody. You my son. You my problem. Give me the motherfucking gun, Trey.
He does end up saving Trey's life from going out there with his friend's Doughboy to get revenge for his best friend, Ricky. Now, he's also the father figure on the block that he's going to make sure the other kids are good, but it's only so much he can do. As you heard him tell Trey, you're my problem. So Furious, just like he was Dap, he's making sure that the black community is good as best as he can. We also see that he sends Trey off to a HBCU down in Atlanta because he went to one in DC. And lastly, we have Morpheus from the Matrix, meaning everything I just told you guys, don't believe it, because that was the actual Matrix. Now, Morpheus, he is a captain. He's an inspirational leader here. Same thing that he was when he was in college. Same thing when he was a father of young Trey. So he's the last savior of the real world, which he goes and recruits Neo because he needs someone that they feel like has the power to actually change everything. Now, Morpheus, he's a bad man. Although Morpheus is a bad man, the thing about him is he's smart enough to know that he can't do everything on his own. So he had to go out and recruit Neo. The agents, he could fight them off, but he wasn't able to beat them. He was a single-minded, and he had all the belief in Neo. Just like when he was in school, he had all the belief that the schools could actually help blacks out. He had belief in Boys in the Hood that if we kept everything black and didn't let them gentrify, he could help everything out. So Morpheus, you are the baddest, and everything else we just heard was just the Matrix, and Morpheus is the real man, not Dap, not Furious. There you go, my first episode of Movie Connection. I know I said I was going to do this a couple of months ago, but I finally did. I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. Do you like this kind of content? What can I change? What did I do good on? Also, I'll need you to list down below what actors you would like me to do next, and I'll pick out a couple of movies for them. But as you can see, we had Laurence Fishburne here. We had School Daze, Boys in the Hood, and The Matrix. This is episode 1 of Movie Connection. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.